welcome to That Vinyl Channel. I'm Callisto.
And I'm Boz.
Welcome. We're here to support MGK Boston push for 1 trillion subscribers.
So he has 10 questions for us to answer, and he wanted us to bring somebody on board to help with that. So I have my amazing, awesome daughter with me. So he has 10 questions for us to answer, and we're going to take turns. Some questions are only reference to one or the other, but some of them, both of us are going to answer, but we're going to go ahead and get started.
All right. Question number 1 is for vacation. Where do you like to go? If you haven't been there, where would you go? So I would say Romania. I have not been there. It's on my list of places to go. Seems very beautiful, and I cannot wait to go there. How about you, Dad?
She's been to a lot of places all around the world, so
33 countries.
Takes trips every year, so that's awesome. In my youth, I went to Europe, other places, but it's been quite a while. Lately, I've been doing more in the States, and I like going to
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, that's where my father-in-law is, so my wife gets to see her dad, and that's great. Awesome. They have a lot of great record stores in Knoxville, like 3 or 4 awesome record stores. Lost and Found, Raven. I know there's a couple more. There's probably been at least, I bet there's been a couple since I've been up there last, which is about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. So, but it does have great food up there and great people. So I really like going to Knoxville. So
Good
that
music
is,
too.
Oh yeah. So that's where I like to go on vacation. So we're going to go ahead and go on to question number 2.
Name a solo artist everyone seems to love, but you cannot stand. What about you, Dad?
I'm about to say Ed Sheeran. I'm just not a fan of Ed Sheeran. He's an okay actor, but as far as his music, I don't know what it is. He's all right, but he's definitely not up there on my list. So I'm definitely going to say Ed Sheeran.
For me, it's Lizzo. I'm not a fan of her music. It's kind of annoying, repetitive for me. Not the best, but she's not that bad. But for me, I just can't stand her. So.
All right, so Lizzo.
Number 3. Name a band that everyone seems to love, but you can't stand. For me, I would say it would be Hozier. I'm not a big fan of their music. Take Me to Church is one of my worst songs. Kind of annoying for me, but I mean, that's just my opinion. So yeah. What about you, Dad?
There you go. For me, it would be Metallica. Everybody in the VC seems to be showing Metallica albums. I'm just not a fan of Metallica. I'm a middle-of-the-road kind of guy when it comes to rock music. I like metal up to a certain point, and Metallica just crosses that line. It gets too hard. So I'm just not a big fan of their music. I'm not saying anything bad about them. As far as the band themselves go, I think they're great. They do a lot of good things, but as far as their music, I'm just not a big fan.
Yeah. So now, MGK is asking us to show a jazz album.
And since my daughter is not much into jazz, I went into my collection and found one here.
I actually only have one record, and that's Metallica.
There you go.
And that was from him. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this here is Jimmy Smith play. I don't want to cut off your face there, but this is Jimmy Smith plays the standards. I think this is only one of 2 styrene LPs I have in my collection. But no, styrene is the same material that makes styrofoam from.
Cool.
And it mostly made 45s from it, but there are a few LPs, especially in the 60s or 50s, and I have 2, and this is one of them. But
awesome.
but this is jazz. It's easy listening jazz. By today's standards, they would say smooth jazz, but this is definitely a jazz record. So there you go.
So number 5, show a country and western album.
All right, let's see what we have here.
It's classic, guys. Classic.
We're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to go with a now. That's what I call Country Classics 1970. So this is
cheating.
A bunch of country songs. Great album. Do you know any of those songs?
Do I know any of these songs? Not a single one. I don't see any Morgan Wallace or
Not Dolly Parton, Jolene?
Jolene.
There you go. She knows one of them.
Just
all right. One. But it has a bunch of great Eddie Rabbitt, Don Williams, Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, John Denver, Kenny Rogers, Glenn Campbell, all those great 70s stars. And so, yeah, great album. So there you go.
But you haven't opened it yet.
No, I haven't opened it yet. It's still
so
sealed.
How's it great?
Because I know all the songs.
I'm just kidding.
I know all the songs.
Yep.
So, all right. So next.
Number 6. Who is your favorite sports team or athlete of all time? So I would say a favorite athlete would be Michael Jordan. He is a great athlete, very talented. He can play basketball, he can play baseball, he can do golf. He is a great athlete. At the time of when I was about 6, 7 years old, I fully loved Michael Jordan.
There you go. And I am just not much of a sports person at all. I can't even tell you the last time I watched a sports game, so I don't know. I do know when I was in junior high school, I once saw an LA Rams game. I think LA Rams is still a team, aren't they?
I don't know.
I don't know, but maybe they are. So I thought they played well in that game that I saw, as much as I know about football. But I'm going to say LA Rams. How's that, okay? All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right. So 7, share a concert memory. Dad, you go first on this one.
All right. So the very first concert I ever went to in 1983 at the Lakeland Civic Center, which is right down the road from here. Now it is a baseball stadium.
And you love baseball.
Oh, yeah. I love baseball.
Love those sports, Dad.
But now it's a baseball stadium. But back then it was Lakeland Civic Center. I lived in Orlando. Orlando didn't have a really good place back then, back in the early 80s, for concerts. So a lot of times the concert would be held at the Lakeland Civic Center, and we had to drive out here for concerts. But I saw Styx for the Kilroy Was Here tour, and I still have the program from that concert. It was, I'm not trying to block your face. It's a program from that concert. It was an amazing concert. I squeezed myself all the way up. Back then, there wasn't any seats down on the floor. So over a course of 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I squeezed myself all the way up to the front of the stage. I was right in front of the speakers. It's probably why most things today have a hard time hearing. Did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. So great concert. Great concert by Styx. So that's my memory.
Don't know who Styx are.
Huh?
Don't know who Styx are, but that's okay.
That's right.
I will in a minute. So for me, concert for me was Backstreet Boys. My first concert, I was 10 years old. My mom took me. We had behind the scenes tickets because, I was 10 years old. It was 1997, and Mom had me go backstage, and I met Joey McIntyre, who was from New Kids on the Block as well, and he called me an angel. I had an angel shirt on, and he called me an angel. He was definitely wrong about that. And then 2 years ago, my best friends and I took their daughter. My best friend and my other best friend and I went to a concert with one of the daughters who is also 10. And that was her first concert as well. That was really cool memory, seeing her going to her first concert, which was something like I did, prior to that too. Really cool. Very cool concert.
And I do have a Backstreet Boys 45.
Just one.
That you wanted me to show. So that's it right there.
Yes,
so.
Backstreet Boys, woohoo!
Woo!
Yeah, love them. All right, so shout out to a newer vinyl community channel. Dad, this is your
chance
to do this.
One I started to watch was called Yesterday's Trips. Now this is with a guy named Matthew. I will put a link down below to his channel. Check him out. Give him some subs. But he basically he goes around, I think, his city, and he goes to record shows and record fairs and record stores, and he shows vinyl that he's buying. So he does a really good job. It's mostly a new channel. So again, it's called Yesterday's Trips. Again, I'll put a link down below to his channel, and be sure to give him some love.
We've all been there, Got to start somewhere. It's good to have support.
Yep.
So, show an album by a Canadian artist. This one is something that Dad has.
And
again.
this is Honeyman Sweet. So
really cool album. Very nice.
Honeyman Sweet is a I want to say progressive rock, but definitely on the harder side of things. But they're really great, and I think they started in 1981. This is a later album. I think this is their second or third album. So, but they're pretty good. There you go. All right.
Nice album. All right. Last for you, Dan. Number 10.
Happy Birthday. Show an album that was released the year you were born. So we both went through
1923, Dad, or what?
1923. That's right. That's when I was born.
That's right.
I was born in 1965, and I pulled one out here. You know what? There are a lot of great great albums that were on the top 100 list or top 40 list. I wanted to do something a little bit more obscure that most people out there might not be familiar with. I did the Limelighters in-depth look at love. So basically, this is a tongue-in-cheek album. Limelighters are really great. They it's a little bit folky, but also some comedy in there and some funny lyrics and again, a tongue-in-cheek stuff. But this here is a really great album by them. And I got this like in a dollar bin, believe it or not. And I was intrigued by the cover. So,
Really cool.
but since then I bought a couple other Limelighter albums that they're really great. But that's my 1965 release, the Limelighters, Look at Love in Depth.
Pretty cool. For me, it is a hit. Michael Jackson, Bad Baby. You know this guy, really good artist, worldwide known, king of pop. Absolutely, I was born in '87. Great year, and this is a really good album. And it's the year I was born. Go, Michael.
That's it. All right.
And thank you all for watching that vinyl
That's a
channel.
bad album, you know that, right?
That is so bad.
Okay.
Thanks again for watching that vinyl channel, and I hope MGK Boston can reach us at trillion subscribers.
All right.
Again,
We're rooting for you.
we're rooting and pushing for you. So yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for watching today, and we'll see you all next time.
Thank you so much. I'm Callisto, and
I'm Boz.
thank you for everything. Take care.